My daughter asked me the other day, Abba, Rosh Hashanah is coming. Why do we dip the apple in the honey? We've been singing the song in school, dip the apple in the honey, make a bracha loud and clear. Hashana Tova u'mitzuka, happy, sweet new year. Why do we have to dip the apple in the honey? What's with the honey? So, just last night I was by a rejuvenation event by Emmet, had an event. Rabbi Kraft got up to speak, Rabbi Mordechai Kraft. And he said something so brilliant. He answered the question. I ran home and I gave over this answer to my daughter. She was satisfied with it. I hope you will be satisfied with it as well. He said, we say in the Gemara in Eruvin, Kol hatzameh min hatzameh tameh, which means anything that comes from something that is impure is impure. For example, if milk comes from a cow, we could drink the milk, it's kosher, because it comes from something that is kosher. But milk that comes from a lion, is a lion kosher? It's not kosher. And then that means that the milk will be not kosher. You know why the milk is not kosher? Because the milk comes from an impure place, and we're concerned that if it came from that place, it might have gotten mixed up with something unkosher. And therefore, maybe there's some particles inside there that maybe got mixed up, and therefore it might be not kosher, and therefore we stay away from such milk. But if it comes from a cow, which is kosher, then it must be kosher. If that's the rule, that anything that comes from a place that's kosher is kosher, anything that comes from a not kosher place is not kosher, then how is honey kosher? Honey comes from bees. Bees are not kosher. You're not allowed to eat bees. So then how is honey kosher? And the Gemara says there's one exception to the rule, and that's bees. You know why? Because bees have two stomachs. I don't know how the Gemara even knew this. Today with all the technology, we finally were able to find out that bees have two stomachs. If you were to ask me, if you could guess which animal or which creature has two stomachs, I would say an elephant. I would never think a bee would have two stomachs. But the Gemara says, no, it's the bee that has two stomachs. Without technology, without mega computers that we have today, without $millions budget, as a gift. We have a tradition from Moses that the bees have two stomachs. The creator of bees already told us how many stomachs it has. And the second stomach that it has, it stores the honey, and the honey is 100% pure, and it's kept pure, and it comes out 100% pure, unadulterated honey. And don't worry about the enzymes. It doesn't get mixed up with the enzymes, because it has a special mechanism that it separates. It's a whole miracle within itself. But somehow the honey comes out 100% pure, unadulterated. Pure honey. So you know what the honey represents? Something pure. And it comes from a place that is not pure. It represents something that's kosher, but it came from something that's not kosher. It's a transformation from not kosher to kosher. And that's why we eat honey on Rosh Hashanah, because now we have changed. Maybe we were not so kosher throughout the year. Maybe we had bad habits. Maybe we sinned. Maybe we did something wrong. But now our slate is clean. Now we're coming in pure, like the honey is pure. The honey comes from not kosher, but then it's kosher, it emerges kosher. So we emerge kosher when we come into Rosh Hashanah. So let's keep our slate clean. Let's make sure that we're going to come into this new year changed people. That's what Rosh Hashanah means. Shashana means a year, Shana. But it also could come from the word Shinui. Similar? Shinui means to change. Two similar words, Shana, Shinui. Shinui means to change, because now we have to change. We have changed. We're a new person. You're not the old person you used to be. Now Hashem says your slate is clean, and now you're far from those places that you used to be. You're much closer to me. Take advantage. Don't mess it up for yourself. Don't compromise your soul.